we have created a simple express app. We have created a simple express app. So based on the request, your express app is going to respond with the respective page. Okay, so I would like to create one more app here, mkdir express app 2. So to create, because 2-3 guys are nowhere. Have you watched the video? Morning. Okay, I just want to go with one more time, not for much time, but just what all I have to do. npm install express, so it will automatically install all the necessary node modules or whatever the modules we require to create an express app will be installed now in that express to app folder. Yeah, if you do like that, the whole computer will become your server. So it will serve your C drive, it will serve your D drive, everything will be served. I'm selecting this folder. I mean, earlier I was having Express on my Visual Studio Code. Now I have a fresh Express app. Here I would like to create a new folder for main file or root file or server file. Okay, that file name is here app.js. Sometimes some applications will call server.js. Here I'm creating a server program. So first var one second. Hello. Yeah. Sorry, ma'am. No, we don't have, and we are not running any academy over there. We have just closed it. We are not running anything over there. We have just closed it. So I don't have any requirement. Thank you so much. Require express is the first job, right? And then we have to create app is equal to where app is equal to express. So it gives you an object with multiple methods. So one of the method is listen, which will start the HTTP server on a given port. So app dot listen of, let us say, 9090. So it will create an application and it will be running on 9090 port. Okay. Now, okay, if I save it and if I run the application and node mon server.js, we have already discussed what is node mon. So my application, web application is running on 9090 port, and server is also running on my 9090. So you can open a browser and you can just say localhost colon 9090 and enter. It is not saying that server not found or page not found. That means server is running. Suppose if I stop it and if I refresh the page, it says that site cannot be reached. That means earlier it was site is there, but the respective path for the respective request, server is not sending any response. So let me restart the application and enter. So now it is working, application is working. So here I have to define the code for when the request I have got for slash app dot get of slash. So this will be ready to receive the request for this particular what is a request. This code, this particular app dot get is ready for receiving any request for slash. And here also I am sending a request for slash only. That is the root of the whole application. So whenever I get a request for slash, a callback function will be called, in which request object and response object will be passed to the callback function. So when okay, so console, okay, and this can send the response as hello express world. So whenever I am sending the request goes to this particular server, and something is missing over here. I don't know what is missing. Res dot send hello world function. Hmm. Oh, sorry, this is the error. So now I'll resend the request and I got the response as hello express world. Okay. Nice. This is what we have done. We have done lot many things in the last class. Please go through them. Hmm. Now, now I can also send the file. Send file. What is this send file does? It can send a HTML file directly as a response. So first of all, let me create the send file. That is index.html. Let us suppose in the index.html, let me write HTML body h1 hello world express. Now I want to send, not to send this particular hello express world string. I want to send that file. Where is that file? In the current directory dir name plus slash index.html. So here is the file. Save all the files and now you resend the request. You got a new response as hello world express. Now I am getting a new page all the way. Like this, you can have different requests, and you can send different responses. You can, so whenever I got express dot slash about us, here I can respond send file of slash about us dot html. But right now I don't have any about us page. So here I would like to write html body h1. Here is about us page. Control case S. Control KS means save all the files. So now if I send a request for about us, I get the response as about us page. So manually you need not to send all the time. So in the index page I can have a link. If I click on that link, it can send a request to about us page. So here in the index page, I would like to create an anchor tag ahref is equal to slash. అవసరం లేదు, నాకు పాతే కావాలి కదా. I need only the path. It should send a request to this path, not to the particular page. So now let us go to the home page. If I click on about us, it generates, just see the status above the status bar. It is saying that localhost colon 9090 slash about us. So when browser send a request for localhost colon 9090 slash about us, server knows how to handle it, right? So only this particular path will be activated. I mean, this particular code will be executed, isn't it? So, and it will send the response of about us.html. This is also the same. So based on the routes, server will respond the pages, different pages. Okay. So now let us go to the expressjs.com. And let us see hello world first. So all these things we have done it already. We can go with express generator also. Earlier it was not there in the main page, but you will understand this express js only if you understand all the fundamentals. You don't get anything out of it. Let us go to the basic routing. So whatever I have done here, this is called as routing. For this particular path, you have to respond to this particular page. For this particular path, you have to respond to this. That's what called routing. So now in the routing, we can have for different methods. Slowly understand this. When I click on this about us method, it send a request for about us path. About us path. Okay. But that request will continue a method as well. When you click on an anchor tag, request goes, but that request will have a method called get. Okay. Sometimes you may have a form. In that form, you can mention the method as post also. Okay. Sometimes in the JavaScript, you can send a request to the server with the put method as well. You can send the request with the delete method also. So these are the different methods we can make use of it. For the same slash, you can generate get request. For the same slash, you can generate post request, put request, and delete request. All these things can be done. Okay, so we should understand how to get the put request and delete request also, post request also. Are you ready to see this? Very good. So I would like to have one more page. I would like to have one more page called students page. Students page. So in that students page, I want a form where you can add number of students. So let me have add student.html. In that I will create form, and the method is equal to post, and the action is equal to add student. So this form can have, I'm just creating a simple form. Name is equal to name, and student age. Let me not complicate it. And a button button. So Control K S. In the index page, I would like to put a link for it. See here. So when I click on this link, what will happen? Add student, add std path. Request will be sent for add std. Hello, but that is a get request. Why? Because I am clicking on I had to click on a link. If I click on a link, it will generate by default get request only. You can't send a post request from Anchor. That's not possible. So whenever I get the get request for slash add student, this function will be called, and it should send a response as add student file, right? Underscore నీ చందు పూర్తిగా అర్థమైతేనే ఎస్ అని చెప్పు, ఎందుకంటే నేను నీ ఎస్లతోటే నేను ముందుకెళ్ళిపోతా. ఎక్కడైనా కొద్దిగా ఇట్లా చిన్న డౌట్ ఉన్నా నాకు అక్కడ చెప్తే నేను మిగతా వాళ్ళకి అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తా. స్లాష్ sure. Whenever I click on add student, what will happen? A get request goes and add student page will come. When I click on this add student, then So let me go to add student.html. This will also send a request to add student only. But it is sending the request for post. Hello. Yes, sir. But here I don't have any respective route for post. So same, I'll copy it and I'll save it and I'll say post. And here I don't want to send any file. I'll just tell you one thing. Send post method called. Path will be the same. In one particular moment we are sending get request, in another particular moment I'm sending post request. Understood? So now if I send add student, now what is the response I got? Post method called. Jagdish, చెప్పు జగదీష్, అర్థం కాలే. చిన్న ప్యాకెట్ సరిపోద్దురా, చిన్న ప్యాకెట్ సరిపోద్దు. వద్దు అంతెందుకు, వద్దు అన్న అవసరం లేదు. పావు కిలో ఎంత సరిపోద్దు, 20-30 రూపీస్ తీసుకుని తినరు, పడేస్తారు. ఒక 10 తీసుకురా. సరే, ఓకే. చలో. So hope you understood this add method and post method. Sorry, get method call and post method call. Now this function will, this particular function will be called, this particular route will be executed when server file receives a post method, post request with add student. Jayant, పక్కా? నేను ఇన్నిసార్లు పక్కా అని అడుగుతున్నానంటే ఆలోచించు. నేను షూరా దేశ్? Okay, fine. So add student. Okay, fine. Now here what should I do? I have to insert the data into the students list. So first I will create where students is equal to an empty array. Sir, in real time we will insert this data into the database, but now we are inserting them into array. So what do I do is I'll first push whatever the data I have received. Hello. But where is the data? In the request the data will be there. Which data? Student data. But how can I get this? Because that is neither available in the URL. We got that, sir. When I click on this add student, whatever the data I have sent and add student, whenever I click it, this Praveen and 36 will go to the server, especially in this particular place. But how to get that data? So there, sir, to pull the data from actual request, okay, you have to go to Everest. I mean to say, you have to do lot of work, but Express reduced that effort by providing you a middleware called body parser. I'll repeat, Express is having a middleware called body parser. Okay, first of all, calm down your BP. Listen to me carefully. 4-5 years back, or okay, 1 or 2 years back, I thought of let us not teach. I don't need any teaching because everything is available in the YouTube. First of all, let me tell you the truth. But in the YouTube, I found a problem. The problem is YouTube videos are not up to date with the current technology. If I follow the same thing, I'm getting different answers and errors because technology is updating in such a pace. Then I realized YouTube, Udemy are not the ultimate solution providers. So definitely there should be some consolidated place where we have to keep on discussing things. One of the problem is this. Body parser was an external middleware. I know what is middleware. That is another library, another module which we needed to reduce some work. But earlier body parser was a third party module, external module. You have to separately install even after Express is being installed. But now Express is coming along with body parser. This is not known to everyone. If you install separately, it will override the existing one, which is a bigger crime. 95% of YouTube videos follow that. Clarity mila. So that is why I am not even referring any other textbooks. I have multiple textbooks. पागल हो जाओगे आप. टेक्स्ट बुक में जो दिया है वो अगर टाइप कर रहा हूँ तो it's not even working. So careful. So body parser is now default available in the Express, but we have to know how to use it. Hello, huh? So here is the solution, sir. Body parser only, that was an external module. You had to install it separately. Yeah, now we need not to install, it is there already in the Express. So here I'll go to advanced topics called middleware. Guide. And again it is Express 5. Express 4 is different version. Okay. So here you have application level middlewares. I'll come back, don't worry. Third party middlewares. It is third party, but it is included. The thing is body parser. You have to click on the body parser. Sir, have you seen the flow? How did I get it? This is the expressjs.com. I have gone to guide and using middleware. In that, either you can click on third party middlewares and third party middleware link. Here you have the body parser. So parse HTML, HTTP request body. You have raw body also, sir, but it's quite difficult. But body parser will help you. Node.js body parsing middleware. Please don't worry about it. It is also saying npm install body parser, but now it is not necessary. It is available. So even in the actual API documentation, it is npm install. Yes, let us see. So now I'll just copy this where body parser is equal to require body parser. After that, directly jump into the example. Please go to the example. First body parser, and then after app, you had to configure this body parser to our application. Hello. Yes, sir. So for that, I need to use this particular step. So let us have these two steps. it will do something like it will separate the data and it will be converting into an JSON form. Both the steps will be done by these two steps. I'll explain you guys, don't worry, I'll explain you, please worry not. First of all, I want to show you how do I receive this one. So what does this body parser do? What does the body parser do is whenever you receive the request with the body, hello, in the normal request you have that data in the raw form, actually that is in the stream form, so conversions will be taking too much of time, right? So what this body parser does is it will take the request and it will pick the raw body and it will create a new property in the request, new property in the request as body. In that body the data will be kept as a JSON form. Okay, next, what is the purpose of middleware? What is the purpose of middleware? Middleware will be in between the request and the request handler. Who is the request handler here? These methods are the request handlers. So for the application we get the request and these handlers will handle them and then respond. But before handling the request, these middlewares will execute some code, especially this picking the raw data into JSON and putting in a property called body. So let us, it will do that job. So ultimately this particular place in this handler we have the request, right? So by this time the request will be converted into another object with request dot body property. So console dot log of request dot body. So here you can observe whatever you have sent that will come and display in the console. Chepo? Saved, refresh, see here. One second, something is wrong. Save. Can you see the request body is having an object, right? In that object I have s name and s age. So here instead of console log, what do I do? Push, sorry, where I should push? Where is, what is the name of the array? So students dot push of request dot body. Save. Now if I send the data, okay, it's not yeah, it did not restarted. So now Rahul got pushed into students array. Hope you got it. Now if I push one more data, why it is not giving me? Sir, every time if I restart the server, then the whole array will be erased. Hello. Okay, sir. So instead of console.log of body, after pushing it, I would like to print what is there in the array. It is restarted. So now it is saying that console.log of s name, and one more thing is, yeah, now I have two arrays. Very good. Not two arrays, two objects in the array. If I add one more student, all the data is being inserted or not. This is how I handle the request. Post data. Okay. What is the next job I have to do? Okay. So now, one second. Calm down. So this is actually sending the request as post method called. What do I do is, here also I will send a page, a different page. The page is add student success dot html. H1 student added successful, and then an anchor tag href is equal to show students slash show students. Please maintain it. Hello, or else go back. Yeah, show students. Yes. Okay, first of all, do I get it or not? First, let me see. Ayyo, I'm not getting it. Why? Because my server get restarted on my server gets restart only if the JSON files are changed, not the HTML. So I had to restart the server. Aha, no, come on here. Sorry. So here in the server, still I am sending only post method call. So I had to redirect underscore underscore d send file underscore underscore dir name plus slash show add student success. Save. It will get restarted. No, will it not? Yeah, it got restarted. See here, Raju got added and student added successfully. If I click on this link, what will happen? First of all, show students. Yeah, let us click on it. అదేమో బయటకు చంపేస్తుందా నేను? It won't kill you, right? So it is saying that show students is not available. Get method of show students. So I need get method of show students. So app dot get of slash show students. Just for my Angular students, I just want to give you a warning. While we are defining the paths, we are not supposed to put slash in the Angular. But here I have to put. Hello. Okay. Sometimes I'll have the mix and match. Be careful. Whenever it is student, always first parameter is the request and second parameter is the response. Yeah. What is that? I had to respond students. How to send the students? Here, see, I'll first of all show you the complexity and then I will tell you what is the solution. Are you ready? Acha. Res dot send off all the students in a table. How can I put all the students in a table? I had to send a string was. But I want all. Now you feel like, sir, Angular में कर लेते. Now you say that. Now you say that Angular is easier. Okay, but I'll do one thing. Don't worry. Res dot send. I wanted to show you the complexity. So let me show the complexity. Table. No, this is not the way. Sorry. First, I had to create the whole HTML page as a string. I had to create the whole HTML page as a string. How can I create the whole HTML page as a string? Because all the students are there in the array. Okay. Where student list is equal to a string, empty string. So students dot for each of, yeah buddy, yeah, that is how we have to do, but map returns an array, it won't return a list. Okay, we'll see that. So map will be helpful in React, not here. For each, a callback function. So a in the a I have the name, and I have the object, right? In the student array, I have objects. In the A, I have individual object. Kada? So where S is equal to tr, td, and td, tr. In the first td, what do I want? A dot name. Kada? So I will be using template strings. Dollar A dot name. Idi na చేతిలో లేదు. A dot age. Template strings are taught. So it created so S is equal to S plus. So where S is equal to an empty string. Acha. Even I'll put this S outside. So if I have 4 students, 4 rows will be created. If I have 4 students, 4 rows will be created. And all the 4 rows are now will be available in S. So finally, student list is equal to table plus S plus slash. I am constructing the HTML page in the Node.js file. And finally, in the student list, what do I have? Just console dot. I don't do anything. Whenever I click on show students, it's console log in the res dot send. I'll over res dot send. Done, guys. So it is now got restarted. Praveen 36 add student. If I click on show students, what will happen? This particular method will be called and it will create a new table and it will return the table. What it is saying? Undefined. Actually, table got created. But why it is undefined, I had to check out. S name and S age. Dekha, Pranjal following it very carefully. Very good, Pranjal, very good. So now the server gets restarted, and then if I add student, a new student got added. Yes. And now if I add one more student, in the show students, I have 2 students. Is it not bad? Huh? We had to write too much of code, right? That is why we are not using Node.js to generate the view. That is why we are not using Node.js to generate the view. In the Node.js, what do we do is we just create services, APIs. So from the front page, I mean, like either in the React or Angular, we send a request to this API and we get the response over there. Hello, you got me? So I will separate the viewing in a separate application, and the backend part, that is maintaining the data, storing the data, or giving the data in a backend application. So backend part is being done by Node very well. Huh? What do you say? But the front end part Node, maaf karo maji. Eh? That's the whole difference. Hope you understood how do we write the methods. Very good, very good. I will introduce you a very useless way of writing code, but in the syllabus that is there and in the interview that will be asked, but it is actually not being used. Without any Angular or React, Node and Express can do the complete application much better than this. This is too much here. I will do it in a separate file. Hello, yeah, with a easier way. Don't worry about it. I will do it now. But just give me a minute and I will complete that topic also. Just a minute, I'll come back. I don't even completely say this is no use. There are so many applications, still depends on the server side rendering. Even in e-commerce applications, especially payment gateways. Do you remember enter the OTP? Those kind of things still work or developed in what do you say, backend template engines only. Some part is still left because there is no alternate for that. The total view can be controlled, but some part should be there in the backend. So in such cases, this will be helpful to you. And in some bigger companies, they don't allow the JavaScript running on the browser. They don't have trust on the JavaScript. Then again, they ask us to write this kind of templating engines. We have to. Okay. So if browser don't support JavaScript, then we have to send only the HTML pages. So there, Angular applications and React applications won't work. Even Angular in React also, there is a server side rendering. That is what we are doing here. But it is a heavy process. Hello. Okay. Right. So to do this, especially this job, we have a separate templating engine called Pug. So in the Pug, we have few controls through which you can generate the HTML templates easily. So that template will be returned by Pug. The template will be returned by the Pug, and that we will be sent directly. Okay. So let us see how to do that. Sir, this is not my everyday work. So I don't have what do you say, what level of what do you say, एंगुलर में जो करता हूँ ना मैं फास्ट फास्ट, इतना मुझे भी नहीं रहेगा, but let us continue. So how to do that? So first install the Pug. Shall I? Npm install Pug. Then you have to set the view engine as Pug. This is how we started our applications, web applications. Literally, the very first application I have developed, I have done like this. Whole application, believe me, whole application. Both mote mote code. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but whole application in the sense there are certain things like payment gateway. Nowadays, payment gateway integrations are nothing, guys. It's a simple step. I am talking about 2005, 2006. Payment gateway integration means bloody hell. You should have so many steps to be followed. That was my job in those days, creating the interfaces for payment gateway integrations. In those days, yes, this is what I have done. कभी कभी भूल जाता है तो प्लीज क्लिक द कंट्रोल सी. आपके पास है डिटेल्स. You had to create an account in Razorpay. हाँ, salt की APIs सब कुछ. First we need an account in Razorpay. They'll give you the details. So we have to redirect from cart, proceed to pay, click. You have to fill the details. Then that goes, those details goes to Razorpay. Then Razorpay gives you a response. I mean, as a content. And your code should wait till that Razorpay response. Okay. So when Razorpay sends the response, then your payment will be successful. There is process. I was waiting for PayPal. PayPal integration is very easy. But in India, PayPal, they started, but somehow they are not in business completely. They said it is working on something, but payment integrations are not completely clear with that. ఇంకా రిలీజ్ చేసాడో లేదు తెలియదు. I'm doubtful, but it is much easier. PayPal gateway. Okay, guys, come back. So Pug got installed, right? So now I had to set the template engine as the Pug. So how to set the template engine as Pug? Copy this app.set view engine as Pug. So here I will be setting app.set view engine as Pug. Okay. Next. After that, you have to create a file with something called something.pug. So I'll create a file called studentslist.pug pug. Okay. I don't want to write anything HTML. See, indentation. I don't need to write closing tag. This is a Python syntax. HTML head body. In the body, I need h1. నాకు కూడా గుర్తుండదు. h1 is equal to something. Let's learning కాదు, let's code pug. Every day if you do it, that will be hands on. If you don't do every day, that will never be in hands on. So save all the files, and then in the server.js, let us do it later. Hello. res.render. As soon as you set the view engine as Pug will add render method to your response object. What is body parser doing? Body parser will add body object to the request object. The same way, one more render method will be added to your response object here. In the normal response object, we don't have that render method. Res dot render of the name of the file. The name of the file is students list. And then if you want to pass any message or if you want to pass any object, I want to render this res dot render. I don't have anything. Okay, control K S save. And now I will restart the server. Server is ready. And so first let me add the okay, add the student add. Whenever I click on show students, what does it do? It will call this path route and it will send the response as the newly created pug page if you don't have any errors. I have an error. So failed to look up. So express. It's looking for. I'm sorry. Dot pug. हाँ दिया था ना मैंने. ये तो है. That is not the case. I'll tell you. Underscore dir name plus slash student list. Let us see. Let's see. Mm. So there is an error. It is calling now properly, but I have unfortunately I have added the semicolon, which should not be done. Save. Yeah, it's working. Hello guys. Let's code pug is working. That means it's able to execute that pug file and it is giving us the response. All right. Okay. So now we should know what is pug. In the pug, we can pass the data basically and conditionals, interpolation. You can send the data, no doubt in it. Interpolation is okay. Filters, conditions. Okay. So if you have this kind of data, then you can make use of this way. But if I have arrays, then yeah, iteration. I want the iteration. Yeah. So okay. So let me show that. So here in the server.js, I have to send the data, right? Which data? Students data. So whatever the number of students are there, then this particular pug file will receive the students, isn't it? So here I have to write that iteration. So students should have students will be passed there. Okay. So okay. Then here I have a function called each, but okay, fine. I'll tell you. So here I had to, anyways, I had to send it as an object, guys. Is equal to student. So this object goes there in the sense in the students pug file. Stds will be the name of the array. Stds will be the name of the array. So that stds each val in stds. So okay, copy each, yeah, val in stds. stds is the array name, I mean property name. Inside that I have array of values, so val will be having each value of the thing. So I don't want to go with li is equal to val. I just want to print hi for each student. So let us see what will be the output. So is it restarted? Think so. If I click on it, I did not get any error either. Why? Because I don't have the students. Yes. If I have more students, I have two highs. Why? Because I have two students. So now in my pug, in the val, I have an object. So here val is an object. Val dot std kadamma. Val is uh, val dot name, s name. The only problem is every time it restart, the data will go away. Hmm. Server did not restart. That's good, man. Pug is not. Yeah. Sorry. If I change the pug, it won't restart. Only .js and files will be restarted. Hello, sir. Rahul. Can I create the same way the table? Table. For every value, I need a tr. Inside the tr, I need a td is equal to val dot s name. Td is equal to val dot sh. Sir, properties and all, please go through that. Save. Okay, let's see. TD is these equal tos will also make a lot of difference, guys. Mm. So is it easier through pug? Okay, anyways, that's all your wish. So whatever I have done so far, please do complete it. So tomorrow we are going to understand how do we actually generate APIs and integration between Angular application to Node or React application to Node. Hello, I will show both of that. Ready, sir? That's it for today. See you tomorrow.